Hello Peacock family, my name is Alexia and I'm from the Boys and Girls Club of Metro Los Angeles. And today we're going to be doing another activity on cultural awareness. Our activity name for today is called Popular Peacock. So if you like peacocks, if you maybe seen a peacock at the park, right, or even here in LA, well, if we travel all the way to the country of India, they have a special meaning even during their Independence Day. So let's learn a little bit more about peacocks today and how it even relates back to culture. Scissors, a ruler if you have one, pipe cleaners, popsicle sticks, and some glue, markers or colors of your choice. You could use color pencils, paint, anything, right? And some construction paper. And if you're in one of the clubhouses here for the Boys and Girls Club, you can also ask one of your fellow staff. If you are not in one of the Boys and Girls Club, of course, I'm going to show you an alternative so that you can do this with just paper or maybe things that you have at home if you don't have pipe cleaners or feathers. Because we're also going to do feathers. Okay, so what are we going to do first is we're actually going to draw out our peacock. So I'll show you guys step by step how to do that. So to start drawing off my peacock, I'm gonna actually try to draw 2 dots to measure out how much I want my head to be. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is that I'm gonna actually measure out how big I want my head to be. I don't want my head to be too big, but I also don't want it to be too small. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna draw maybe a dot according to the ruler, so I'm gonna measure it out. So maybe I wanna start off by putting it around 2 and 6. Okay, and then I'm gonna measure it out, see how big that is with a half circle. That's totally perfect. But now I'm gonna make my body. My peacock, it kind of looks like a egg, but it's not. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my popsicle stick and I'm gonna tape it. Okay, so I'm gonna tape it in the back. Okay. So now, after that step, I'm gonna try to, if you don't have googly eyes, that's totally okay. But if you do, go ahead and glue them. Okay. So we're gonna glue them. So I'm gonna cut my yellow paper in half, and if you guys see, there's like a tip right there in your paper, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it, the edge, okay? And so you're gonna be left with that. So again, you're gonna cut it on the top, right there. Okay, and then you'll have your peacock nose that you were gonna glue to your paper. Another edge from the piece of my paper, and And now what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to cut it into little strips. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna cut our edge, then we're gonna cut it in half. And then with this one, we're gonna make a little strip. You have to be very careful. Be very careful. So just cut like a little bit of your paper. Now hold it from the tip and then cut it. Like so. There we go. And then this little part, we're gonna flip our peacock and we're gonna glue it in the back. Okay. So we're gonna put some glue here. And we're gonna glue it. Okay, so if you want to add more feathers, what I'm doing is that I'm taping everything, just so that we don't use glue gun. But if you guys want to use it, please make sure to be safe. But I'm gonna use tape. Okay, and I placed 1, 2, 3 feathers, and then I placed a whole strip of feathers. I know it looks a little crazy, but I promise you it'll look great once we're done. Little ring. Oh. It doesn't look too bald, right? Okay, so then after, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna add another popsicle stick to the back of our friend here, Peacock. Our friend the Peacock. We're gonna add another popsicle stick. Okay, and voila. Make sure to tape it so it's not too clammy. Make sure to tape it in the back. Okay. I know it looks like a lot of tape, but we use tape today. So that would be our, and so voila, we have it. And then you go ahead, if you guys have glitter at home, please go ahead and sprinkle it on with glitter supplies. And maybe you're doing this right at home. What we can do is we can grab any colorful paper, or if you have only white paper, go ahead and grab that, but make sure you have colors so you can color it in. And you know, use your creativity. You don't exactly have to do it the way I did or with these materials, but we can make peacocks out of anything. So first, we're going to draw a feather. I'm going to draw an example for you guys of a feather. So I'm going to draw out a feather. And feather. Alright, so we did our peacock, and I added my feather, my DIY feather, in case you guys don't have any of this material and you're doing it at home and you only have paper. So what we can do is do that, our very own feathers. Okay, so why do we even do this peacock? You know, what does it have to do with Indian culture? Well, it's actually part of the Indian symbols when it comes to representing their country. And it includes also a tiger and a lotus, which is a flower, a pink, beautiful flower. And the reason even I chose this animal so that we can do it together today is because they actually just celebrated their Independence Day. Our Independence Day is in July, and our Independence Day, we do the American flag, we have different fireworks celebrations, but in India, even kids there, they get to do arts and crafts kind of like this, right, that represent their country and their symbols, and their Independence Day actually was in August. So it really comes to show how even animals can represent a belief and traditions in different parts of the world. So I hope you enjoyed this activity, and I'll see you next time for another activity on cultural awareness. Bye guys!